Hold me tight.
In 2013, Todd Bridges, best known for his role on the hit series Diff'rent Strokes, reminisces on his past and how one show would change the entire trajectory of his life.
Everyone thought I'd be the first one to go. But here I am, the last one standing. It's sad that I'm the last one alive from the show. I sometimes wonder if we should have ever sent in that first audition.
I don't think what happened to the kids on Diff'rent Strokes could happen exactly the same way as it happened now. I think there was a lot more benign neglect, so to speak, than we would allow. I think we've learned a lot, unfortunately, off the back of experiences like Todd and Gary and Dana had.
How had things gone so wrong for the once beloved cast of one of America's favorite sitcoms? And how did three promising careers vanish in the blink of an eye? In the mid-'70s, during a nationwide talent search for a reboot of the Little Rascals series, an adorable pint-sized kid captures the attention of renowned producer Norman Lear.
Well, it's that time of the year when you can get a Hubert doll at the Harris Bank.
Gary Coleman was in a bank commercial when he was discovered. Producer Norman Lear saw him, fell in love with him, and wanted him to audition for his show.
When the Little Rascals pilot falls through, Gary is given another shot at his own show. This time opposite actor Conrad Bain in a comedy about an unlikely family. In search of a brother for Gary, producer Al Burton has his eye on seasoned child actor Todd Bridges while watching the television series Fish.
I'll make a doll that looks just like yours, stick pins in it.
Nope, you're absolutely right. This kid has to be Willis.
Burton decides that he doesn't need to see anyone else and calls Todd's agent right away. Burton then searches for the quintessential all-American girl to play Conrad Bain's bubbly, charismatic daughter. And when he spots a young actress on The Gong Show, he knows immediately that she was born to play the female lead.
Excuse me, Dana, is it?
Yes, hi, I'm sorry, do I know you?
My name is Al Burton. I'm a producer. You did a test read for us at 10 a while back.
Oh, right, well, it's nice to meet you.
Well, look, if this show doesn't work out, I've got something else in mind for you if you're interested.
Yes, I am absolutely interested.
Great. Listen, I'll give your agent a call and set something up.
Okay, great.
All right, well, I'll see you around, Dana.
Bye.
Todd Bridges would later say from the moment he started reading lines with her that he knew Dana Plato was going to be Kimberly Drummond.
When the first episode of Diff'rent Strokes airs on November 3rd, 1978, it's an immediate hit.
It was starring Conrad Bain. He was the millionaire father who adopted 2 black kids from Harlem, and they all lived together, one big happy family, with his daughter, played by Dana Plato. And it was just such a fun, funny show.
Conrad Bain was a big star going into it, and that had helped, but Gary Coleman was very, very funny, and the show was also really different. The Norman Lear shows had zing in a lot of ways that it wasn't afraid to try to tackle issues.
Dad, blowing the whistle on a friend is the lowest thing you can do.
I don't agree. We're talking about drugs here.
That is right.
The show breaks new ground with its unusual plotline. It gains harsh critics, but also adoring fans.
Diff'rent Strokes was such a fun, happy place for so many people. Watching that show growing up, I remember thinking, this is how you know good things can happen.
America quickly falls in love with the adorable, precocious Arnold Jackson.
I've never seen a black goldfish before.
That's okay. He never saw a rich white man before either.
Everyone was obsessed with Gary Coleman and his size and his catchphrase.
What you talking about, Willis?
The children in the show had a lot of fans all over the world.
They became stars really fast because of it.
I knew them from just being in show business and young people in show business.
Former child star Johnny Whitaker is best known for his role as Jody on the 1960s television show Family Affair and the 1970s children's series Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
Gary Coleman and Todd Bridges and Dana were a family. They loved each other very much.
You're welcome.
Their success is instant, but still, one star seems to outshine the rest.
I think Gary's stardom shot up so much faster than Todd or Dana's, even though they were all stars.
Even as Todd and Dana are both featured individually in TV Guide, it is Gary Coleman who finds himself front and center.
You know what? Gary, can you step in with Todd? Just like we did with Dana? There you go, right there. Todd, can you get behind Gary a little bit? Just a little bit. Gary, come to the front.
Gary said at one point that he felt that Todd was jealous about the attention that Gary got and the treatment that Gary got. I think more so than Gary being the star.
Although Gary is 10 years old when the show begins, his character is treated like a much younger child.
In the very first episode, Gary Coleman was picked up 3 times. They pinched his cheeks, they tickled him, they paraded him around on a pony.
But the perfectly timed gag lines and exaggerated cuteness come at a price for the tween star.
Gary Coleman was born with a congenital chronic kidney disease. He underwent 2 transplants, and the disease was such that it affected his height. He was not ever going to be taller than 4'8", which was a tremendous challenge for him growing up.
As both the show and Gary's success skyrocket, storylines for Todd and Dana dwindle in comparison.
Certainly, Gary himself was like, I don't want to be in every scene. I don't want to be in every show. He did not want that. He just did. If it was scripted, he did it.
But that also meant that Todd and Dana fell in the shadows of his spotlight.
How many scenes you got this week?
Only like 5, but whatever, it's fine. What about you?
About 10. Nothing exciting, though.
The scripts were written around Gary, and it definitely became his show.
While the spotlight focuses on Gary, Dana and Todd, both 14 at the time, form a friendship offset. Eventually, Dana invites Todd to her home and introduces him to a totally new and different side of her that he has not seen before.
So, are your parents cool with you smoking?
Well, my dad left us, and my mom is basically dying in a hospital. So yeah, they're cool with it. Now, are we gonna smoke or not?
Yeah. Let's just smoke.
Todd would later say that regrettably, his first experience with drugs was with Dana, and then it all just snowballed from there.
That's when he really went through his own spirals of difficult times.
Todd's troubles are only just beginning for him. Meanwhile, Dana is dealing with problems of her own, stemming from a craving for attention and acceptance.
Dana Plato had this incredible role on Diff'rent Strokes, the daughter of a millionaire living this beautiful life, introducing these 2 brothers and them living as a happy family.
Welcome, little brother. Welcome, big brother. What'd she smoke?
But unfortunately, her own life was not all filled with happiness. She struggled with her own inner demons.
Left neglected by her father and with her mother in the hospital battling a terminal illness, Dana often finds herself alone with her thoughts and aching feelings of abandonment.
She was definitely down the rabbit hole. There was a lot of drug use, a lot of alcohol.
According to Dana's godmother, things come to a head when, while hanging out with friends, a troubled and depressed Dana contemplates suicide. She allegedly overdoses on Valium.
According to Dana's godmother, her friends found her and rushed her to the ER, and some have speculated that if Dana really wanted to kill herself, she would not have done it with people in the house.
Though Dana Plato escapes death at age 14, she is far from escaping the inner demons that will haunt her for life. As for Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman, they too will discover that fame comes at a price.
Now the world don't move to the beat.
In 1980, the cast of Diff'rent Strokes is at the height of their success, and the show has become an American favorite, tackling issues that most shows refuse to touch.
Diff'rent Strokes did a lot of special episodes. They would deal with subjects such as racism, bulimia, pedophilia, subjects that were really difficult to talk about, especially in a sitcom.
If more kids knew the facts, less of these things would happen. Unfortunately, child molesters prey on the innocence of children.
The show would go right after an issue. Producers and writers got all sorts of letters, racist letters, complaining that it was showing this world, and the actors knew nothing about it. It was all shielded from them.
What isn't shielded from the adorable child actors are the incredible pressures that come with being on a hit series. The cracks begin to show once the spotlight is turned off.
Being on a hit show and suddenly having money and being a cog in this huge machine of network television and fame and TV enabled so much of the bad stuff that happened to them to happen.
For Dana Plato, her reckless drug abuse soon affects her work on set.
There were certainly stories that seemed to imply that Dana had come to work high or under the influence of drugs on more than one occasion. It seemed to have gotten worse as the series progressed.
Hey guys, I will be in hair and makeup if you need me.
Having an addictive personality, it was a train wreck waiting to happen.
Meanwhile, Gary Coleman's patience with fame is already wearing thin, and life in the spotlight is becoming a bore to the 13-year-old star.
He was a little frustrated that he was always the same character. Arnold was not given a lot of chance to grow and change in the way that the others were. He wasn't getting bigger, so it was easy to keep him trapped like that and to keep him the star like that.
Gary Coleman's stunted growth is due to his failing kidneys. While he looks like a child to most, his painful daily treatments force Gary to grow up way too fast.
Hey, Gary. You skipping lunch?
Yeah, I gotta take care of the kidney.
There was a lot of pressure on Gary Coleman as a child. It's difficult to work as a child anyway, but he was battling chronic kidney disease. He was often on set getting dialysis, and his parents were encouraging him to work through that painful situation. So for him, there was a lot of pressure to be that kid on set working and doing a great job when you're in a lot of pain.
He was incredibly sick on the set, and he just kept having to keep working. The show never had a long shutdown for him because I think they were more focused on feeding the machine.
But as his health casts a shadow over the show and his career, Gary Coleman is still taking his infamous catchphrase straight to the bank.
Look, Gary, we've gone over the numbers, and the most we can offer you is $70,000 per week.
Gary went from making $20,000 an episode to a reported $70,000 an episode, while Dana was said to be making about a third of that.
It's a rare position to be 13 years old or 15 years old and making $70,000 a week at the star of a #1 sitcom, and meanwhile your kidney is failing and you're undergoing surgery and you're sick all the time on the set, but how do you stop this machine when all these other things are possible?
The discrepancy between how cast members are treated and paid further tears apart this perfect TV family. In one incident, Gary and Todd get into a fight on set that Conrad Bain has to break up.
But he started it!
Todd.
According to Allison Arngrim from Little House on the Prairie, they were told to never play with the kids from Diff'rent Strokes.
As trouble on set continues to brew, Todd Bridges' life offset spirals out of control.
Todd Bridges had a number of run-ins with the law. He was arrested for reckless driving. He was also arrested for possession of cocaine.
On July 20th, 1983, Todd Bridges is pulled over for speeding. But when an officer searches his car, he discovers a loaded handgun. This begins a long span of Todd's run-ins with the LAPD.
For Todd, I think being a visible black TV star, having money in Los Angeles, changed things. For him, he was often pulled over by the police for no apparent reason.
Soon after his first arrest, Todd faces the LAPD once again when his car breaks down close to home.
Not another step. Put your hands up.
Hey, what the hell did I do now?
We got a call that this car is being stolen.
Whoa, man, this is his car. You got the wrong guy.
While Todd is reportedly being harassed, witnesses who recognize the actor come to his defense. But even fame can't save the young star from being arrested. Todd will file a civil suit against the LAPD, but that won't be the end of his troubles with the law. Around the same time, 19-year-old Dana Plato makes an announcement that will alter the course of her life forever.
Guys! I'm so glad you all are here. I have the most exciting news. I'm pregnant! Isn't that wonderful? I'm going to be a mom!
Dana fell in love quite young, got pregnant, and eloped, but she was absolutely thrilled about having a child.
Dana, are you sure this is what you really want?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, I want it. I got pregnant on purpose.
Why would you want the baby now, at your age and where we are in the series?
Well, don't you see? When I get the baby, I won't be lonely anymore.
You can't be a wholesome girl next door if you are pregnant and they don't put it into the show.
Dana Plato is soon let go from the permanent cast of Diff'rent Strokes and only brought back as an occasional guest star.
So Todd and Gary were both totally surprised that Dana was let go from the show for any reason. They didn't really feel it was particularly fair, and they were kind of shocked that it happened.
For Dana, being a young adult and having this come to her and being in the prime of her career, that's a big blow.
I think that it was a real loss to them not to have Dana around, and I think the show really, for them, became an even worse place to be after that moment in time.
Even with Dana Plato out as a regular cast member, the show continues on. But by 1985, the fate of the Diff'rent Strokes cast seems uncertain.
Gary Coleman said that by the 4th season, it just stopped being fun, and that's when his spirit felt like it died, and it just wasn't the same for him anymore.
Hey, Earl, did you get in a fight?
Kind of. Well, I hope she didn't hurt you.
Gary really had a lot of ideas that he wanted to pursue. He'd kind of always wanted to be an action star. Gary was also kind of uncompromising. He wanted to do the things that he really wanted to do. He was done being this little kid. That time was done.
In addition to Gary's growing disinterest, Diff'rent Strokes begins to dip in the ratings. And in 1985, the series is canceled by NBC.
I think when Diff'rent Strokes finally ended the first time, Gary was thrilled. Conrad Bain, Gary says, was also very happy that it was done. It had run its course for him.
For most of the cast and crew, there is relief with the end of the show. However, that relief is short-lived when the series is resurrected by the ABC network.
Gary was so done, and when it came back on ABC, Gary was so unhappy to have to play Arnold again when he thought that chapter was behind him. Todd would have continued with the show for as long as they would have had him. He didn't love it. It was a job.
But when the job ends for Todd and his castmates, they'll soon get hit with the stark realization that fame can be less a blessing than a curse. At its height, Diff'rent Strokes is a ratings juggernaut with American audiences, even scoring guest appearances from the likes of Muhammad Ali, Janet Jackson, and First Lady Nancy Reagan.
Who talking about Mrs. Reagan?
But after a switch in networks and low ratings for its 8th season, Diff'rent Strokes is canceled in the spring of 1986. Its child stars, Gary Coleman, Todd Bridges, and Dana Plato, no longer live between the guardrails of life on set. And for Dana Plato, life without structure leads to a series of few highs and many devastating lows.
Dana's adoptive parents divorced when she was very young and she rarely saw her father, and then her mother was diagnosed with a very rare skin disease. When Dana was on the show, that fame filled a void in her, and when she didn't have it anymore, she turned to drugs to fill that pain.
The emotionally unstable actress struggles with the realization that her only parent is about to die.
Jesus, just die already. Just die. I'm so sorry. Please don't leave me.
It really devastated Dana when her mom died. And her mom was great stability for her, and it really was kind of pulling an underpinning out from under her.
Without a real source of support, and with her Diff'rent Strokes family no longer around, Dana relies on drugs to ease her pain.
Really never fully recovered from that. She didn't have the tools to deal with any of this, and she was left floundering, and I think someone has to have lived that life to really understand it.
Although she is crippled by the loss of her mother, Dana tries to pull it together to be a good mother to her son, Tyler.
Look, Mama. I found a butterfly. Your favorite color, too.
Oh, wow, a monarch.
Dana throws herself into motherhood, which she sees as the only good thing to happen since she was written off the show. But despite Dana's best efforts, she continues to struggle with addiction. Out of the spotlight, Dana Plato isn't the only star lost in the darkness. Todd Bridges is out of work, and his drug use is spiraling out of control. By Christmas Day in 1988, Todd is reportedly alone, broke, and contemplating suicide. As for his co-star, Gary Coleman, this once millionaire child actor, now 20 years old, finds himself in a shocking financial situation.
Gary should never have had to work ever again. No one around Gary should have ever had to work ever again.
Gary had a multi-million-dollar TV fortune that seemingly vanished into thin air, according to Gary and family friend Dion Mial.
You mean to tell me all the money I've earned, money I barely touched, is gone? Millions of dollars just gone.
You know who's at fault here, right?
Gary's parents allege that Dion Mial brainwashes Gary against them. Mial, however, claims he was concerned for Gary and was merely looking out for his friend's best interests. Gary Coleman sues his parents in 1989, alleging that they misappropriated his money. 4 years later, a judge will rule in Gary's favor.
Despite the fact that Gary Coleman won $1.3 million in a settlement with his parents, his relationship with them suffered, and he had financial woes after that, and it was really difficult for him to recover.
Like her Diff'rent Strokes siblings, Dana Plato is out of money and desperately grabs at any job she can find, including stripping the innocent Kimberly Drummond persona for a different, more revealing Dana.
So America watched this wholesome little girl grow up on TV, and they expected her to stay that way. So I don't think these pictures got the response she was hoping for.
Hollywood does not forgive you for growing up. You're cute and you're sweet and all of that as a child. But growing up, that's a whole different story.
With no job offers coming in, Dana packs up and moves from Los Angeles to Las Vegas, Nevada.
Dana Plato went from making thousands and thousands of dollars on TV to not even being able to get a job picking up trash, so she was desperate for money.
The only employment she manages to find is a minimum wage job working at the front desk at a dry cleaner's.
$4.99.
The once promising actress is often ridiculed and made fun of virtually everywhere she goes.
It became very difficult for her and pushed her more towards drugs and alcohol. She did not take the most wonderful care of herself in that regard.
Back in LA, Todd Bridges continues his own drug abuse, frequenting crack houses and surrounding himself with drug dealers. But on February 2nd, 1989, Todd finds himself in the wrong place at the wrong time.
On your back. Mr. Bridges, you're under arrest for attempted murder.
Murder who? I didn't murder no one.
Let's go.
Todd is taken into custody for attempted murder of a drug dealer, with bail posted at $2 million, and hires Johnny Cochran, who will later represent O.J. Simpson, as his attorney. But when the defense proves Todd wasn't present at the time of the gunshots, he is acquitted of the charges and set free. After leaving her job at the dry cleaners, Dana Plato slips farther into financial crisis. She skips paying her rent and allegedly spends what little money she has getting drunk at a local bar.
She was living on the edge of poverty and unable to reach out to anyone, and it ended, unfortunately, with one of her more, unfortunately, infamous acts.
In 1991, Dana enters a video store in what will be her most dramatic role yet.
Give me all your money.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, I'm not kidding. Hurry! Come on!
To be a known actress, to go into a video store where you're probably going to be recognized, it just seemed like a cry for help.
Dana and her Diff'rent Strokes castmates, Todd Bridges and Gary Coleman, have all been plunged into the depths of despair. And for two of them, things will get even worse. In what seems like a cry for help, former Diff'rent Strokes star Dana Plato robs a video store in 1991. The actress gets away with $164 in cash.
She robbed a video store early in the day when there wasn't even very much money there, but out of sheer desperation, and took the money and left.
Yeah, seriously, it was Kimberly from Diff'rent Strokes. Dana, what's her name?
But in an unlikely turn of events, Dana returns to the scene of the crime.
Wait, that's her.
I'm sorry.
Dana will later claim she had a change of heart and wanted to return the money. Regardless of her intention, Dana is arrested and taken to jail. In an odd twist of fate, Las Vegas legend Wayne Newton comes to her rescue.
Wayne Newton did not know Dana Plato, but had grown up as a star himself, and he understood exactly why she was in that position, which is really kind of remarkable that Wayne Newton bailed her out.
Like Dana, Todd Bridges is unraveling. He becomes a self-described trash can addict, one so addicted to drugs that he'll do anything to get high.
Under the influence of as much drugs as he was taking at the time, I think he ultimately got incredibly frightened about how he was behaving.
Todd's troubles come to a boiling point in 1992 when he is arrested for possession of a controlled substance while carrying a firearm. But this arrest would lead to an epiphany. Todd Bridges is given the choice of jail or rehab. He opts for one last chance at sobriety. But Dana Plato is not yet ready to let go of her addiction. After receiving 5 years probation for robbing a video store in 1991, Dana once again tempts her fate with the law.
Dana Plato stole a prescription pad from her ex-father-in-law and then forged a prescription for several refills of Valium.
According to the True Hollywood story, when Dana's former father-in-law discovers that fraudulent prescriptions have been filled, he goes to the police. It's only a matter of time before the authorities tie her to the crime. She turns herself in before she is arrested. Dana is sentenced to rehabilitation and spends 30 days in jail for violating her previous probation. For Todd Bridges, ridding his body of drugs proves easier said than done. After a violent outburst during his withdrawal, he is sent to the psychiatric ward.
In his book, Todd talked about being strapped in a bed, wearing a diaper for several days as his body was going through withdrawals. He said at the time it was very demoralizing, but that was also the point when he realized, I have got to do something to change this.
And that's when he finally said, I have to take care of the problem. And he did.
After several days of being constrained, Todd is released from the shackles of his addiction. He discovers serenity in his sobriety. And for the first time in years, he envisions a positive step forward.
He's really someone, though, who managed to take that pain and those inner demons and turn them around.
While one star finds peace, another contemplates death. In 1993, the once beloved star, Gary Coleman, is depressed and desperately searching for a way out.
There was very little work for him. He went from being the #1 star on the #1 show to next to no work, and that's just the way it was.
Broke and humbled, Gary applies for a security guard position at the Fox Hills Mall.
To Gary, a job was a job. And so when he worked as a security guard afterwards, to him that was like, well, I have a job, I'm going to do it. I showed up on set and did my job. Now I'm going to show up and do my job here.
Living as a fallen celebrity is a difficult adjustment for Gary, and he famously shuns attention from fans.
Excuse me, Mr. Coleman? Can I get your autograph?
While shopping for his work uniform, Gary will later admit that he was pushed to the limit.
Do you mind making it a bit more personal? You can make it out to my son, Elliot.
You know you don't really need my autograph. I'm not on TV anymore.
Well, maybe if you had a better attitude, you would have made it as an adult actor.
Gary Coleman is arrested for assault and is sentenced to 1-year probation. And as hard as he tries to escape his legacy, fame follows wherever he goes.
If you talk about the price of fame, there he is just trying to do a job so he can eat and pay his medical bills. And this is what is so horribly sad, to imagine how you get from point A to point B. You're making $70,000 a week, and years later, the money was gone. That was it, and he wasn't able to revitalize his career in any way. And he can't get away from the fact that he's Gary Coleman from Diff'rent Strokes. It just haunts him constantly.
Dana Plato, now allegedly sober, hopes to restore her once flourishing career. Dana seeks new management and finds it in former child star Johnny Whitaker, best known for such classic TV shows as Family Affair and Sigmund and the Sea Monsters.
So when Dana came to see my sister and I for representation, I just said, I've got a job for you, possibly, an interview. And we suggested that she go get some updated photos, and the photos look good.
Dana, these are gonna turn out great.
Thank you. It's my son who keeps me smiling.
According to the photographer, Dana gushed the entire time about her son and kept going on and on about how alive she looked.
She looked great. She looked beautiful.
But both her happiness and sobriety are fleeting. Soon, she and Gary Coleman will make their final, shocking headlines. In 1999, the cast members of Diff'rent Strokes find themselves in very different places. After years of drug abuse and run-ins with the law, Todd Bridges is clean and working to reclaim his career in Hollywood. Gary Coleman is bankrupt, in ill health, and longs for days where he isn't recognized. Dana Plato desperately seeks to rediscover her career and happiness.
Dana Plato wanted to get back into acting, but found it incredibly difficult.
Dana grabs at any opportunity for a role, even if it means sinking to new lows.
She ended up in a soft porn film called Diff'rent Strokes, the story of Jack and Jill. She was really willing to do whatever it took to revamp her career, but it just didn't pan out for her.
Her descent was unfortunately very total. She really never fully recovered from that.
Still hoping for a career boost, Dana Plato agrees to be a guest on the Howard Stern radio show.
So here is Dana Plato. Looking good. Go ahead, ask your question of Dana.
Hi, Todd. Get this girl out of here. She's a has-been.
Oh, please.
Come on. She just needs to admit that she's an ex-druggie, con, lesbian with mental health problems.
I was shocked that one human being would treat another human being the way he treated Dana.
Use the hair on your head. Give him a hair, and we'll test you.
Right here.
And we'll find out if you're on drugs once and for all.
Fine. Howard.
Have one of your producers take this hair and test it.
Okay, I'm sober. I shouldn't have to prove it.
And that's not what you do to a person in recovery. That's not what you do to a person in crisis.
Excuse me? I'm gonna need that strand of hair back. Please don't say anything.
Addiction is a mental health disorder, and it's nothing to be teased about or played with. And Dana was trying to find how she could be happy.
The day after the interview, Dana Plato travels to Moore, Oklahoma to stay with fiancé Robert Menchaca and his mother.
You know, I'm feeling a little sick. I think I'm gonna lay down in the camper.
Well, rest up, dear. Tomorrow will be a busy Mother's Day.
Dana escapes to her Winnebago alone. Once inside, she ingests a number of painkillers. The dosage proves to be lethal.
Her death was ruled a suicide, and that tragedy is something that not many people saw coming.
Dana allegedly took her life right before Mother's Day, and then 10 years later, her son Tyler took his life on the anniversary of her death.
When I heard, I was very, very sad. Unfortunately, in the world of child stardom, it is a common thread, which doesn't have to happen, but it does. I officiated her memorial service. I thought it was a beautiful service. Both Todd and Gary spoke, and some other friends. It was pretty wonderful. During the service, a butterfly came and landed on me. I knew that was Dana because she loved butterflies. She'd come to say thank you, and I'll always remember her.
In 2007, Gary Coleman experiences a glimmer of hope when he marries 22-year-old Shannon Price. But only a year later, their tumultuous relationship lands them on the series Divorce Court.
But I'm 40 years old and I can't do this for another 30 years.
Gary Coleman's life was getting more and more complicated. He was arrested for reckless driving and disorderly conduct, and he was married, but the marriage didn't last long.
On the evening of May 26, 2010, Gary is relaxing at his home in Utah. Even though they are divorced, he and ex-wife Shannon still cohabitate.
I'm kind of hungry. We go get me something to eat downstairs? Gary!
Okay, fine.
What happens next will be the subject of controversy for years to come. While his ex-wife says he fell down the stairs by accident, there are conspiracy theories that she might have pushed him.
I heard this big bang. I went downstairs, blood everywhere. He's lethargic. I can't really help him. I just can't be here with the blood. I'm sorry, I can't do it.
Gary Coleman is rushed to the hospital, where he spends 2 days battling a brain hemorrhage before being taken off life support. At 42 years old, Gary Coleman passes away on May 28, 2010. His ex-wife denies all foul play accusations, and a police investigation rules Gary's death an accident.
I would like to think when people remember Gary, that they remember the happier times. He had the ability to make people smile, and he was part of a show that made people laugh.
Todd Bridges continues to resurrect his career and share his journey while in and out of the spotlight.
Our parents told us, don't do drugs. But they never said why.
You spent some time doing public speaking just to show others the effects and the damages that can be caused by addiction and drugs.
He'd gone through very dark times, but he had come out the other end, and he knew why, and he was incredibly grateful for it. He was a person who was so happy to have found his sobriety because of everything that it brought him. It enabled him to be. I mean, he was an incredibly talented, smart, funny, athletic guy who, you know, it's like, wow, he squandered the gift, but he didn't. He has all the gifts, and now he can use them in a way for himself and for his loved ones.
I've been to hell and back, and I'm here to say, drugs are not worth your life. And you know what? If I'm being really honest, me, Dana, Gary, we had successful highs, but we had even more lows that were always under the spotlight. But despite everything that we went through, I'm glad that our show brought me, Dana, and Gary together. My life is forever changed. Thank you.